I'll call it the FarmingDreams River. Sounds like a good name. Well, let's get ready for another day in the rain. What is this? Sun? Could it be? Could it be the sun? Haven't seen that in 40 some odd days. What's up, Farming Dream fans? Hey, we're going back to check a tile fix that I couldn't figure out why it wasn't draining. I don't know if you, that's how wet it is in Ohio right now. Just rained this morning. We probably got, I don't know, 2/10, 3/10. It has rained the last, oh geez, 20 out of 22 days. We are saturated. I think I read a report this morning that Ohio is 75% on the saturated side, like heavy saturation. Gee, I mean, you can see what we got going on here. And this is traditionally wet. I mean, it's right by a fence row. But I'll give you the story here, what's going on. Notice that this spot was wet, kind of like this. And I knew there was a tile that comes across here. And I said, uh-oh, I got a problem. I have a problem. So, did a little, oh boy, my oh my. Did a little hillbilly engineering, my dad and I. I didn't get no video of it. But basically what we did is, and there's a, let me flip my screen down. There's a riser tile all the way over there. If you can see it, a little orange speck. Right, it's right there. Anyway, so that riser tile has a 6-inch plastic tile coming in it. I worked on that probably 3-4 years ago. It has, it's interesting enough, it turns into a 5-inch concrete tile out in the middle of the field, which is weird. Hopefully that wind's not bothering too much. But anyway, knew I had a problem. This was laying wet, and I said, well, I told Dad, it's a swamp right now. I told Dad we got an issue. And 9 times out of 10, I've dug enough tile between my farm up in Bluffton and here. 9 times out of 10, where your water is laying, it's further, it's further up because all this water is flowing that way. So I always try to go where the water's laying. I always try to go 10 to 15 feet past that and start digging. That's generally going to give you a good idea where it's broke at. And I did that, and I found, there was a 4-inch clay that was running all the way through here, and I mean, it was plugged like a son of a gun. It wasn't moving any water, which I told Dad. I said, aha, we got it, we found it, fixed our problem. Now, a lot of this is going to lay wet because that's where the excavator was. It compacted it down, scraping the dirt back up. It's going to lay wet right in here. This, I think I have another problem. I think I have a different issue right here, but that's for another day because it actually will dry out. If we get 2 to 3 nice days, this will all be gone, so I have no worries there. But back here, after we did the initial dig and fixed this tile, I think we put like 250 to 4-inch in, I believe. And I'm fat and old, so I'm huffing and puffing here, I apologize. But this mud's a little hard to walk through. This was a concerning spot for me. This laid wet and it didn't go anywhere, but all of this was, you couldn't even see the ground. It was just holding water. And I said, oh, I got a problem here still. I don't know if the tile sank on me when I was putting dirt back in it, but I got an issue. We had 2 to 3 nice days, it kind of cleared up except for this spot. I said, something is severely wrong here. So upon a little more investigation, I fixed my issue, but I didn't fix my issue, if that makes sense. So in the excavator, we did a little more digging that night, and I found, I don't think I can get back here, in the woods. Let's see if we can get back in here. So we found this. Put my screen down here. And if you can see, I don't know if you'll be able to see, but that's running water. And it's coming off, you can see the neighbor's side over here. So that tells me two things. Either A, and this field over here is systematically tiled. They put tile in this probably 4 to 5 years ago. But I know that clay comes across here. I know it does. And you can kind of see there's more ponding water. So I have an issue in this fence row somewhere. And it's May 13th today, so I just don't have the time to get an excavator and get in here and get it. So I had good results, but I did some hillbilly engineering the other day. So knowing that water's moving across here, in the excavator I did dig a big hole. And you can see that water coming down in here. Well, what that water was doing is it was running right out here to the field. So that is all surface water moving right now. Crazy enough, but it is. So decided to kind of dig a trench, and we can kind of follow it here. But this trench runs all the way down, and I left enough of my tile open to get it. So all my surface water now is running right here. Okay, so you can hear now. Let me get my string out of the way. You can see that baby taking water. I mean, it's got a lot of water around it here. So all that surface water now is being diverted down this way into that tile. Is it hillbilly? Absolutely. You better believe it is. Does it get the job done? For right now it is. So probably this fall, if we can plant, I'll probably actually hire a guy for this job, just because there's trees involved, and especially if we got to get into the neighbors a little bit that's systematically tiled. I'm skilled with an excavator, but not that much. But what I also think is happening, I think this is the same thing over here. I think that's all surface water. And I think I got a little babbling brook, so I might get adventurous tomorrow and dig another channel right there and right over. Might. That thing's taking a lot of water right now for what it is. So that's kind of my tile escapade right now. Like I said, is it hillbilly? Absolutely, you better believe it is. Does it get the job done? You better believe it from that side. But I have an issue right here. I mean, you can see the neighbor's got water. I have water sitting here. I have water there that I'm channeling right to here. And like I said, I know my tile's good, because if it wasn't, it'd be bubbling out right now and causing a fit. So I'll be curious to upload this video tonight if we get a few nice days here, to see a kind of a day-by-day progression of this and where it's at. So don't be afraid to do some hillbilly stuff. Like I said, especially it's May 12th right now. We're getting in some dangerous times on, we haven't even worked ground, spread fertilizer, heaven forbid sprayed anything, because it's been too wet. And that's where it's at. So hopefully the weather will shape up here for us. We'll get some planting going. But if not, we got some tile work to do. The sun's actually out. I can actually stand outside and not get drenched. Yeah. Okay, so we're on the opposite side. You can see, kind of over there is where we did the tile dig. Hopefully that wind's not too wild and crazy. But here you can see, this is the 6-inch. You can't really see too much down there. Maybe we can zoom in and see a little water. I can see a little bit there. Anyway, so it's flowing pretty good. Good Lord, birds. It's flowing pretty good. We do, once water gets really good, we get a little gushing going into the neighbors there. You can kind of see he's got a little wet spot out there, but it's draining pretty good. So that means I'm next on the list right now, which, you know, we're not staying too bad. We got a little puddle there, a little puddle there, a little puddle there. Nothing too wild. So we'll put this riser pipe back on. There she is. Hey, she's a little crooked. Have to get a little helper. Dude got some rocks in here to try to stop this down as I pick them, but we get a few more piled in there. So yeah, I'm gonna try to hold the camera steady, but you can see a neat view of the inside of a tile. That's kind of a simulation of how it works underground, I guess. I'd say it's a good simulation. Get that out of the way. Yeah, so like I said, guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like it, subscribe to the channel if you're not. Like I said, this is kind of my journey to make a farm work. Wasn't born into it, so this is some of the hillbilly stuff you gotta do, and that includes making a little river. I'll call it the FarmingDreams River. Sounds like a good name. Yeah, I like it. Maybe we'll open a lazy pool and you can float all the way down. Anyway, yeah, go ahead and like this video, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. If you're not a friend with me on Snapchat, search it for me at FarmingDreams, and I'll be your friend on Snapchat. We can kind of go back and forth on there. You know, it's an easy way to communicate and see pictures of your guys' farm. So, oh, maybe one day we'll get the farm. See ya. Oh, kind of pretty night out on the muck. This is the road where the big cow farm is. You can see some carrots there. Got a little water in them. Through this video, I forgot to mention that with all this water we have, it's only 50 degrees. Yeah, that's not good drying weather. So it's going to take a few of those days to get us dry. Tomorrow's in the 60s and then the 70s, so hopefully we'll dry out a little bit. But yeah, beautiful sunset. It's actually sunny.